Okay, cool.
Looks like the stream may have cut off at some point. Sorry about that, YouTube. I don't know why it cut off. Um, okay, but we're back. We are back live. Okay, so do you see anything that jumps out at you where you're like, I want this project? We're not sending a proposal. We just want to understand our type of client. Okay, so it's not the absolute Goldilocks client. Another
Okay.
thing that I want to let you guys know is that once a project has been posted 5 days and like there's less than 5 people who've submitted a proposal, that's not what we want. Okay, so what are we looking for exactly, Melissa?
To be honest, hmm,
Because this is a slam dunk for you, according to what you just told me. That's what I'm saying. There's no such thing as a Goldilocks client. There is getting your foot in the door and
all
starting
right.
on projects so that you get rid of that imposter syndrome. But you would have scrolled past this project. What's the T? The client hires 100% of the time. This is, like I said, a slam dunk project. See, they have a
Okay.
100% hire rate if you look here, but
Yes.
everyone has their instinct about projects. So I want you to also start trusting your instincts. So what was the thing that would have made you scroll past this project? Let's go back here because you were just about to scroll and go to the next page. So what's the feeling that you had? Sorry to put you on the spot, but I
No
just want to
worries.
help anyone that's like, that's me. Feel the same way.
Honestly speaking, I don't know, maybe in my head, I'm thinking when I see it, I'll get it. And sometimes what's quite intimidating is the job title and the ask, what they want.
Hmm?
So makes me seem like, ugh, do I really have the capabilities? And then of course the imposter syndrome would kick in because I start thinking back, okay, what have I been exposed to? What have I done? And etc. etc. Would it be able to resonate? Forgetting that even though I've been in so many industries, I was able to
Yeah.
transition between.
Okay, so guys, to help Melissa out, we have a very magical thing that we do for project. This is supposed to be special effects. Mwah! Just imagine like a magic wand and there's stars everywhere. So what is the magical thing that we use in the squad? Can you guys help me out? Help us remember? What's the magical thing? Magical, look at me, got magical superpowers. Hatta, you've unmuted yourself. What's up? It's a
I'm not
magical,
sure.
it's a
I think you're
magical A,
referring to
B,
the
C, D.
magical. Yes, is it the M or the L? Something like that. It's the
Can you
magical
call it its
L.
full name? Please, thank you. It's the magic L. And the magic L, so there's the quick L, which thank you for that info. There's the quick L, and then once you've determined S, then you do the magic L. So the quick L is this part, this part, this part, and this part. You put it all together and it looks like a demented L, but an L nonetheless. And it's the only L you are allowed to hold. So when I say quick L, I'm talking about title, payment method verified, and how many stars. This is so important. If it's a problematic client, you cannot tame them. Don't even think about, I can make them act right. Sounds silly when you're telling your girlfriends about your ex. It's sillier when it has to do with your shmoney, okay? So you cannot fix a broken client. We don't want them, we don't see them. We don't talk to them, okay? And then, of course, did they spend a little bit of change on the platform? Awesome. Then the next part of the quick L, this part matters too, but I can't tell you about that in detail on YouTube. I'm not getting canceled for you. love you, but I'm not going to do that. We'll tell you during your one-on-one though. It matters. It matters, and there are certain places where you should focus if you want to get shmoney. So we've done that part of the L. Now, can they afford you? Absolutely. At 32 an hour, they can afford you. Finally, do you have social media marketing experience? Yes. Do you have marketing experience? Yes. Do you have marketing strategy experience? Yes. Well, I do declare you're experienced. Remember on LinkedIn, we'll use LinkedIn
Mhm.
as an example because I think it's the fastest way people are going to connect with this. You don't need to have all the skills for a job. You just need to have at least 5 out of 10 or 6 out of 10. When you have at least 50% to 60% or more, of course, more is good, you qualify. So here we've got 9 skills, right? If you've done branding templates and brand strategy and personal branding and creating profiles, you're good to go. You can qualify yourself. So I've got a feeling even the projects on the previous page were a slam dunk and you just felt about it. I'm gonna
Mm.
challenge you to do something a little bit crazy. Let's copy this. So we've got this project opened on another tab. Let's scroll up and we're gonna go back to the previous page. So I think it's scroll down instead of up. Let's go back
Yeah.
to the previous page. And if you guys have any questions while Melissa's going to the previous page, please feel free to let me know, either in the chat, because I do realize not everybody has been with us from like day one. Some people have just recently joined the family, and that's totally okay. I'm looking on YouTube right now, and there are no questions in the chat. So I'm going to ask you guys on YouTube any cues. I'm getting a lot of people leaving. That's interesting. Okay, so you went to the previous page, right, Melissa?
Sorry. By previous page, you mean the previous search
Page
or
one.
page one?
Page one. Yeah.
Okay, let's
So the numbers will be right at the bottom.
gotcha. Okay, here we are.
Perfect. Now we're doing the quick L. Just be a quick L. Tell me a little bit more about what you see. You've got title,
Yep,
we've got this,
yep,
we've got this, and we've
yep.
got this. Now walk me through. Walk me through it.
Okay, cool. So in terms of the title,
Mhm.
oh, as in elaborate from the top to the bottom, right?
How do you feel? Like, do you feel like I can do this work?
Okay.
Just based on the text, not based on, I don't know what, just based on the text alone.
Yes, for sure. I've done copywriting. I've done
Mhm.
copy for landing page. I can speak English. I've done a TEFL course, so from a grammatical perspective, I'm aligned. I've done email communication because it's a day-to-day thing. The works. Sales copy, I mean, to have an enticing kind of copy and then with a strong call to action, that would tie into sales writing, right? Because that's also the bottom line is to prompt the person to actually purchase the experience or product.
Mhm. Exactly. So if you're a copywriter, you can actually do sales copywriting.
Gotcha. So,
So you can open the project in the next tab if you feel, yes, this is for me.
all right, we can give it a go. All right. Do you want me to
It's
continue on
all
the
you
same?
can do.
Yep.
Yes, let's find one more. We just want to work with 3, and we're going to optimize your profile according to these 3. But I'm going to
Okay.
show you the quick way to do it so that you don't first run to the squad, grab your worksheet, and then come back. We're just going to use your Google Documents for that. Easy breezy.
Noted. I think I can support with this. However, I don't have LinkedIn experience, so to say, but your usual IG for sure.
So does that make it 50 or 60%?
More 50% because with LinkedIn, I only know it from a stalker perspective.
Listen, you know it. You know it. And the other thing about LinkedIn is that success leaves clues. So Mpoe is laughing. Success leaves clues. That's life. So when you find someone that is a LinkedIn influencer, all you need to do is just follow them and see the formula to how they got their following. And typically, it's the same on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok. Um, oh, hello, Gaho and Janet. Lovely to see you. Welcome to our world. I hope you stick around. So the thing that works on every single platform is value. If you share more than people bargain for, they'll come back. They might even follow you. Some people just come back and, oh, let's see what this is about. And then they'll come back. So that is how you grow a following on LinkedIn. You've got to be a little bit vulnerable so that people can relate. And then secondly, value, vulnerability and value. Those are two besties. So yeah, that's how you pull that off. And so if you are able to, guys, some of you have a larger following on social media than I do. So that is something you can leverage. You've got the social proof. Remember, even though people say followers don't equal sales, at the same time, followers, if you are in social media or you are in marketing, followers are social proof. Followers are an indication that you know the fundamentals and you know how to do certain things correctly. So don't even think about having imposter syndrome when some of you guys have more followers than I do. Like for real. And I'm so silly. I will learn on the job. Listen, if you hire me for hourly projects, I'm learning on the job. No, I'm not learning on your time on your screen, learning on my own screen. You know, got two screens. So I'm learning, but I'm getting paid to learn. So again, you have to understand you have to still be adaptable and teachable and willing to learn. So I don't want to spend too much time psychoanalyzing projects.
Mhm.
We're done. We've got the project that you like. You have more than 50%. In fact, you have 80%, I want to say. So you're good to go. Let's start with marketing lead right there.
Gotcha.
Now, we just want to go to ChatGPT. Do you have Miro inside your ChatGPT
I've been
or
I've been trying to get it on, but I got distracted with other content on your YouTube channel and so forth. So I was like, oh my gosh.
girl, what are you doing on YouTube? You have the paid pillars course to worry about. Don't
No,
worry about YouTube.
honestly speaking, I think I'm just overthinking the process.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's where my issue was. But I was trying to find the specific page on your site where it has the hyperlink, if I'm not mistaken, on the video of Nero. So I lost track of time and I was like, okay, I'll get back to it. Um, but I'm happy for you to guide me.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to send you a link I'd like you to navigate to if you're not signed in. You can pause your screen share and sign in. So there is the option to pause your screen share. At the very tippity top, you'll see like there's three dots. You can click on pause screen share. So
Awesome.
here is the famous, here's the link.
Okay,
Okay,
awesome. Thank you
Cheryl,
so much.
you're welcome. Take us to church.
Okay, I'm already logged in.
Okay, great. Then you can share your screen.
Okay, 2 seconds. Surprisingly, it just rerouted me to Microsoft Edge. So I'm logged in on the other
Ah,
one, but rather be safe on both sides. So resuming. Oh,
okay.
there you go.
Hey, Edna. Hey, Zola. Welcome, welcome. Let's check if we have any questions on YouTube. Hi, Zia. Nice to see you again.
Okay, so
Guys, feel free to ask your questions. Wait, yeah. Oh, you have it.
this is not showing my true status of my course learning.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
Well, we can't see anything, so don't worry. Nobody's judging you about whether you're
Oh,
100% or whatever. And also, the other thing to remember,
yeah.
nobody should be at 100%. That means you watched it once and then you didn't come back to it and do the work. So nobody should be at 100%. I'm not at 100%. Every time something happens or I get an idea, I add more to the course. So you'll find the Paid Pillars is literally the most up-to-date Upwork course out there because I don't just create it for passive income. It's something we actively use in the squad.
Okay. Sick. Hope I remember.
Perfect timing, Zia. Melissa's also very new on Upwork, and we're working through figuring out what is her ideal buyer type. So you have perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I am
No,
here. Let me see if I.
sorry, Zola. Melissa, you are not sharing anything with us, girl. We are
Oh,
still
you're
staring
serious?
at. Oh,
Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm so used to Teams.
boo,
I had to, I had to share that, but
boo, big boo. Summer says, just a quick question. How do we get one-on-ones? Do we have to pay? One-on-ones are included in the paid squad. And you get a weekly one-on-one and daily group sessions. We have, how many sessions typically do we have per day? It's just majority of the squad happens to be working 9 to 5. So yeah, we made more space for one-on-ones, but we have a group session typically at 12 p.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. And then on Thursdays, we have a group session at 1 p.m. It's a sprint courtesy of Liberty Suggestion. And then we have a session at 6 p.m. on Fridays, and then we have it at 2 p.m. on Wednesdays and 2 p.m. on Tuesdays. Uh, Hold on, we have it on at 8 p.m. on Wednesdays and 8 p.m. on Tuesdays and 8 p.m. on Mondays. But the rest of the time is typically for one-on-one sessions. The latest you can schedule a one-on-one for is 9 p.m. And this is to make sure that our members who are in Eastern Standard Time, because we do have American members in the squad, we've always had American members of the squad. They're able to join us. And it's very late right now in Abu Dhabi. So Melissa, I'm going to have a conversation with you on the side so we figure out what times work for you for your one-on-ones so that you're able to, you know, get as much as you can out of it. Cindy asks, does the process start with a one-on-one for the newbies? Absolutely. It is my recommendation. It is my hope. It is my will for you that you start with a one-on-one, just so I can diagnose where you are and give you homework that is already done for you in the course so you know what to do. And if you need additional training from that, I can record clips for you and send them your way. So the first thing I would like you to do, Cindy, when you join is schedule your one-on-one and then join the squad chat so that we can be like, hi, y'all. I should celebrate you because yeah, it's a thing. And then the other thing that I would like you to also do is just look at what Upwork is and what Upwork isn't, and how you can use Upwork to really make money inside the paid pillars. Just do the get started module. Don't touch anything else. Just do the get started module. Don't touch anything else because I don't want you to confuse yourself before I've sent you to specific modules or training videos. Does that make sense, Cindy? Zola says, welcome, Cindy. Melissa, how are we doing? Are you ready?
Eddie.
Okay, are you using I need to know this, it's very important. Are you using
No
the
worries.
paid version of ChatGPT or are you using the free version?
I'm using the naughty free version. Forgive me. I need to sort
Okay.
myself. I need to sort
It's
myself.
okay. It's okay. If you're using the free version, it's a little bit more work for us, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
George says, does it work for developers as well? George, get in here. Yes, I am a woman in tech as well. Get in here. Gajo says, how much is your full package and duration? The paid squad is lifetime. Like lifetime access to all the materials, lifetime access to being able to schedule a one-on-one, lifetime access to join us on group sessions, and lifetime access to the 24/7 room where you're able to co-work with other freelancers virtually. So it's $32 right now, but the price is going up because people keep joining and we have this progressive pricing. Squad is actually worth $200 or more, I've been told, but right now we're at 32 and the game is 32 for 32 members. Once we hit that mark, the price goes up. So you can imagine we got to make it worth my while because I have on my schedule daily one-on-ones as well as daily group sessions. Whereas for you, scheduling it one-on-one, it's every week. So you have a week to put into action everything that I'll be teaching you. If you just want a one-time off one-on-one, it's called a VIP day, and we can make it happen for you either on Saturday or Sunday or Friday. So VIP days are completely new. Only Lamisha has had the VIP day experience, and we do everything from setting up your profile to setting up your portfolio to optimizing for your ideal buyer types. You learn the psychology of your ideal buyers. You'll just be able to walk away from the VIP day knowing how everything should work for you inside Upwork. And you will get access to Neuro as well, because Neuro is really awesome GPT that I trained on psychology as well as sales. So Neuro can dial into what it is that your buyer wants or needs. And at the same time, Neuro's also able to tell you this is how you agitate them. This is how you get them to respond back without you having to necessarily do the legwork. Yeah. Thanks for asking that question, Web Chorus. Neuro is exclusive to the paid squad. I had made Neuro accessible open source before, and that didn't go so well. Not so well. So it's just exclusive to the paid squad for now. But in previous videos, if you watch on my channel when we're live, I do prompt you guys and teach you guys how to prompt regular chat GPT to be able to give you a good output for Upwork. It's just, we're not doing that on Upwork anymore. We're using Neuro. Neuro can analyze things that you may not even know you have to analyze for. So Neuro can tell you the client's name. Neuro can tell you what their symptoms are according to the project, what symptoms they may not be aware of according to the project, can tell you how to structure your messaging according to their buyer type, as well as where they're located. So you will have a very humanized cover letter, as well as your conversation with the client will just be more human. Okay, enough about Neuro. Let's use Neuro. Okay, so we're going to combine everything into one prompt.
Okay.
Oh, Zola says, when you join the squad, everything is made available, period. Oh, Sue was asking the first module that you referred to. Where do I get the module? Oh, you get the module. Okay, Cindy, you get the module inside the paid pillars course. Melissa received the link in private. It wouldn't help anyway if I just put the link in public because everything would be blurred on the screen and you'd have to sign in, and to sign in, you have to sign up. So, but everything is provided for you. Okay, we love your music, whoever you are, but maybe, maybe not right now. I don't want to get a copyright strike on YouTube. Okay, so we're going to combine everything into one prompt, Melissa. So let me pull it up, and you are going to be doing a lot of copy paste, right? So here is the first part of your prompt. And we're not going to use an image. So you're going to copy edit that.
Okay.
I've got another question on YouTube while Melissa's getting, it's by Tay or Ta. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Hi, it's been a long time, but I'm trying to transition to tech. Nice. For now, I just want to break into freelancing on Upwork. Thanks. Yeah. Well, the transition from, if the goal in mind is to transition to tech, here's my advice. As someone who's starting off, become a copywriter. And then once you're comfortable as a copywriter, get yourself a Python coding course. There's plenty of Python coding courses on Udemy. Once you have that coding course, then you're ready to go and you're able to do at least understanding things like machine learning. Knowing Python isn't the be all and end all, but understanding how things like generative AI work is a pretty good place to start. And the reason why I recommend Python instead of, say, SQL or React or Node or anything like that is because as a copywriter, you understand how language works. So it's easy for us copywriters to be able to code in Python because everything just makes sense. So if you've used a spreadsheet before, you know your ifs, thens, etc. So you know how to do conditional formatting. And now you're just adding sentences to conditional formatting. And that is why I highly recommend learning how to code with Python as your very first language. If you just want to do web design and web development, I don't recommend it because there are so many no-code tools now. But at least knowing Python allows you to, and another thing that I would recommend is for you to do the A+ by CompTIA if you ever want to see yourself in, for instance, cybersecurity. CompTIA kind of gives you a whole roadmap of all the courses that you can take after you understand how to code in Python. Another really good language, if you're more of a numbers-based person, is SQL. You can do data analysis with Excel, but you can also do data analysis with SQL. So I hope your journey in tech goes really, really well. It's a fun place to be in, and there's a lot of money. Okay, so we're here now. I'm going to ask you a question, Melissa. Do you want to take a screenshot
Let's do
of
it.
this project, or do oh, we love that? Okay, so you're going to control minus until everything on the screen is like teeny tiny. You don't need to be able to read it. Neuro needs to be able to read it.
Got you. Control minus. Put in something new every day. Is that too much?
Let's scroll down a little bit because we didn't do the magic L. Let's scroll down.
Okay.
Scroll. We did the quick L. We didn't do the magic L. Let's scroll down. It's okay. Okay, so this is what we're looking for. We have a red bubble here. Trust me, Neuro will be able to see it. They've invited one person to the project, but that person is just like, right? Okay, let's scroll down a little bit more. Hey, Vicky, hey, Vicky. Let's see, client communication. Ooh, what happened here? Freelancer is a scammer. Sent me a generic quality survey that had, quantity survey that had nothing to do with structural drawings. Claimed he couldn't submit work until the woof. No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no, no.
1, 2, 3. So it's a
Terrible.
scam.
Nothing about the client though. Okay, we'll take the screenshot just as it is. Let's make it smaller so we can fit as much information as we can on the screen. Excellent. I love it when you include reviews as well. So what I'd like you to do is screenshot from this part of the screen. Yeah, you already know. You already know. Brilliant. So you can save your screenshot or copy it. If you copy it, it's just as good as well. because then you can just paste it here. Okay. Okay. And we're going to send it because Neuro is good. Let's see what Neuro has to say about this particular client. And we're going to note it in a blank Google document.
Okay.
So can you open a new tab for us and a blank Google document?
Okay, Google document, new tab. Yes. It's gonna allow me access. Done.
There we go. And you're just going to title this client buyer types. It's okay. You're on the main stage, so I know it's a little bit difficult. Let's go back to Neuro and get some information.
Okay. I don't know what happened there.
Okay, what did Miss Neuro say? The client is methodical. I'm not surprised. At least one of the squad's buyer types will be methodical because at least one of your buyer types as a member of the squad is methodical. Some of you are methodical and analytical. Some of you are methodical and humanistic. Some of you are humanistic and analytical. But there's that combination all the time. Methodical will typically be something that you're attracted to just by virtue of you being methodical as well. So the project will resonate with you. Content marketing and social media management. So all I need you to do is select everything you see here and paste it in the Google document. Now, ideally inside the squad, we would be using our tracker because it just makes it easier for you to visualize your clients. It's just so much faster, so much easier. Ooh, uh-oh.
I don't know what's going on. Sorry.
Control Z. Let's see if we have any more questions. Guys, feel free to ask Q.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Now let's go back to Upwork. We've already done that part. We're good. You can save the project, by the way, or just leave that tab and get ready to submit proposals. Or if you feel like, oh, whoa, I want to optimize my profile first, then please click on Control 0 on your keyboard. I almost said Command. Control 0. And now let's go to the very next tab.
That's right.
Perfect. And let's do the magic owl quickly. Do you know what the magic owl is?
And there's this bad boy over here.
Yeah, there you go. So this is your magic owl, this part here.
Yeah.
This part here, and this part here. Okay, so you have your quick L and you have your magic L. It's upside down, but that's what makes it magic.
Okay.
So you're happy with you having all these skills, right? It's one of the reasons why we clicked on this project.
Yes.
You were happy with this. You qualify for everything. There are no red bubbles. Even if there are red bubbles, Neuro is able to get past that. And the client is actually really itching to hire someone. So we really need to edit your name and maybe we can go in for the kill. Like, let you get a client live. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So let's scroll down a little bit to just make sure that if Neuro doesn't see it, we can still, okay, the client's name is clearly Zach. Can you see that?
Yeah. And
So even if Neuro doesn't see it, at least we can say Zach. So let's start a whole new conversation. We're still going to note the buyer type. So you're going to start a whole new conversation with Neuro. And I encourage you to do that for every single one of your projects. Start a whole new conversation. That way, when they respond back to you, because that's the whole point of this, when they respond back to you from doing your outbound, which is proposal sending, then you can keep track of who is this client, what is their need, what is their niche, like what agitates them, how do I respond to them, all of that good stuff.
Okay.
So you don't want to lose that information. Back to ChatGPT so that we can grab information, and you're going to start a whole new conversation with Neuro. So yes, ma'am. Okay. Not with ChatGPT. So let's click this part here. And you're going to talk to Neuro. There we go.
My bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can collapse this part here again. Okay. Girl, work with the kid. Can you open it up again? And click on, then you can close it up again.
Okay.
Leave this behind. It's a hot button. Let's leave it
Okay.
alone. Okay. And now you're going to just paste your screenshot. You're going to say, hey, Nero, my name is Melissa, and paste your screenshot.
Okay.
That's all you need to do.
Go.
Oh, Larato. The squad is not a course. The squad is a membership. So no, the 32 USD is not once off. But once you have the information, no one can take that away from you. So I just want to mention the squad is a membership with multiple courses, multiple training, one-on-one coaching, and also group coaching. So whatever your learning style is, got you covered. But it is a membership. It's not a course. It's membership with courses, plural. And we're not on a Facebook group. We have our own squad chat that is kind of cool, I think. Okay, my name is Melissa. No ma'am, no Pam, no ham, no turkey sandwich.
Oh,
That is
okay.
not the assignment. All you had to say was, hey, Nira, my name is Melissa, because I want to show you. Let's start a new conversation.
Okay.
That's okay.
Oops.
You can stop this. And all you do is just 2 sentences because we're
Okay.
using
My
Neuro to
bad.
get the project. So, hey, Neuro, my name is Melissa. That's it.
Okay.
But today's your first day. For someone whose day is the first day, not bad.
All
And then
right.
you can paste your screenshot and send it away. Perfect. So you're going to just click on this. So press enter on your keyboard and we're good to go.
Double checking with you first. I went to the
Yes.
second tab, not the original one. So is that fine?
Perfect.
Okay, cool. All right.
Okay. Let's watch Neuro work.
Okay.
Okay, so Neuro's analyzing the project. Scroll down and see what Neuro finds. Is it different from what we got before? Client's name is Zach. Okay. Qualifications, no exclamation marks under qualifications, nothing to address urgently here. There's no indication they're currently interviewing another candidate. Thank you, Neuro. And then the expertise you need, their buyer type. Once again, methodical.
Mhm.
Okay, you have another methodical buyer. And then what they're looking for, clients' key points. Okay, let's scroll down some more.
Okay.
Skills needed, yep, don't worry about it. Here is your proposal crafting symptoms: a need for high quality data driven copy that converts effectively, a requirement for a seasoned professional who can integrate creativity with strategic insights. That's you. So let's scroll down a little bit more. And Neuro's written the proposal for you. Hi, Zach. I'm excited to connect with you about this opportunity. With over a decade of experience in direct response copywriting and a passion for data-driven strategies, I believe I'm well equipped to help take your website performance to the next level. Okay, squad, help assist Al. What is this paragraph, this very first paragraph? Like, okay, I know methodical buyers care about qualifications, but do we provide any value here? Somebody better unmute that mic before I call your name out. Mpoe? Tato? Mpoe, come on.
Vicky said it, isn't it? Fiction.
Yeah. It is friction. So friction, if you've watched our previous videos on YouTube, friction gets a giant F for fail. Clients are not going to read this because it has nothing to do with them. And remember, the very first 3 lines of your cover letter on Upwork are prime real estate. This is exactly where the client is going to be looking. So if you're not already agitating them in the very first sentence, they may not respond to you. So never, 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 no, no, no. We're not going to include this in the proposal. Your emphasis, now this is where things get really interesting. I've crafted high converting copy for major brands, always starting with deep research and a keen understanding of the target audience's pain points, whether it's through strategic landing pages or SEO optimized web content. I ensure every word is designed to drive action. There we go. So now let's scroll down some more. Now, guys, is this value or is this friction? I'm sure everybody can contribute to this now. Let's check if YouTube sees whether it's value or friction. Welcome, Q. Welcome. Okay, everybody on YouTube, help a sister out. Is it valuable information, the part that I've highlighted in green, or is it just friction? Let's see if anybody wrote something in the chat. Okay. Nicole says friction. Annalisa says value. Annalisa, what's valuable about this piece of copy? Can you let us know?
Hi, this is my first time on live, so
Welcome.
is it not valuable because you're showing the client that you have what's this? You have results with your previous work. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm asking.
I like your question. So you're right, web course and Kitso, it is friction because we're talking about ourselves. The minute you talk about yourself, it is friction. I bring, whereas it should be all about your. My approach has consistently. So I don't have social proof of that. You haven't demonstrated your skills and expertise. You've just told me things and I'm not gonna go by words. No, because that's how we get burned on Upwork, when people just talk a good game, but it's not all, it's suspect, right? Okay, so we're gonna clear this. YouTube, I'm not cutting you guys off even though we've hit 1 hour. I want you guys to see this. So the next thing that you're gonna say to Nero is,
Sorry, you were saying?
okay, I'm gonna send you another prompt.
Okay.
Okay, there is your prompt. You're basically going to say to Nero to write, to rewrite everything and make it more agitating, and also to ask them questions that will make their buyer type in the scenario want to respond. So can you paste that and then click on enter so we can see? Okay, let's see what Nero says. So when you get a cover letter from Nero, I really want you to go in, look at it and see where's the friction, where's the stuff, where can I make it better, and then tell Nero that feedback so that Nero can improve the output. So hi, Zach, I'm thrilled about the chance to collaborate with you. Your project immediately caught my attention because it speaks directly to the kind of work I'm passionate about, creating high converting data-driven copy It doesn't just get attention, but drives real measurable results. And we've reached our limit, which is perfect because we are ready to send this proposal. The only thing that I see as friction is legitimately this line.
Okay.
But your project immediately caught my attention because it speaks directly to the kind of work I'm passionate about. Your project, right? We're starting the sentence with a your. While your
Yeah.
current copy may be performing, I can't help but wonder, are you sure it's performing at its absolute peak? It's easy to overlook subtle gaps where your message could be losing impact. For instance, is your copy truly connecting with the right audience? Are you maximizing conversion rates? All right. So already Neuro took that and just like flipped it and reversed it and was like, okay, thank you for the feedback. Let's make it better. But of course, you still have to copy edit it, right? Make sure that there's no friction. If you say I, that's friction. Let's select everything and we're going to copy edit it on Upwork because we are sending this proposal. But not before you change your name. You definitely want to do that.
Dang it. Okay. Just copy this, put it on the Google Sheet.
Well
Just
done, YouTube.
10 file, new document.
So a methodical buyer, it's just a buyer type in neuromarketing. So we use in the squad psychology a lot. The point of everything we do is to get into the mind of the buyer. Simply saying to you, Kizo, I need you to think like a client. Yeah, that's easier said than done. So if we go into their mind, now we're able to see even the things that they're not sure about, even the things that they may not be aware of is missing. We're able to spot those blind spots and kind of ask them about them. Be like, have you thought about XYZ, which is what Neuro is able to do just from a picture, which is going to cut down on your time sending a proposal. Sending proposals back in the day used to take like hours. Your very first proposal would take at least an hour. But now that we have Neuro, it's just a couple of minutes, as you saw. It's basically iterate the first cover letter. Okay. And then give Neuro some pointers about where the friction is. And we want to get rid of the friction. We just want to agitate. And then you're ready to go to send your proposal. Very good question, Kitso. Very good question. Let's let my girl Liberty into the room. Summer says, please, what is Neuro? It's smart. May you please tell me about it? I may. So Neuro is a GPT that I trained myself based on all my knowledge of neuromarketing, marketing, psychology, sales psychology, forensic industrial psychology. I mean, I gave it the mother load so that it's able to spit out the real stuff. And it's not a very lengthy or wordy cover letter, but it hits all the clients' pain points and kind of agitates them so that they feel, okay, I need to talk to this person because clearly they know something that I don't know. And that is how you demonstrate your knowledge. Instead of just saying, I have 10 years of experience, you demonstrate it. You say to the client, have you thought about this? You can do it manually. By the way, you don't need Neuro. It's just, it's going to take a little longer to get to that perfect proposal, especially if you don't know what the buyer type is. Okay. Let's see. Welcome, welcome, Liberty. Do we have any questions? Welcome, Tamara. Welcome back. Did you manage to change your name, Melissa?
I have no idea how to do that, to be honest.
Girl, you gonna need to. It's your account settings, yes, but you're really.
Oh, here it is.
Okay. Mhm.
It's not giving me the option. Oh, there. Finally. Yay.
Okay, let's fix that. You can use your actual like government name as it appears in your passport because that's what you're going to use to verify your identity.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Dang it.
Okay, I'm gonna pause your share. I think I can.
Okay.
I cannot pause your share. I can stop it, and then you can type all of this, and
Okay.
then you can come back. Okay, I'm gonna stop your share.
Okay.
And while we're here, hello everybody. Um, yes, everybody. So can everybody help me out in the chat? Let's everybody list out what are your niches and what are you hoping to get from Upwork? So in the chat, just type out what is your niche and what are you hoping to get out of the squad? Okay, let's see. What are you hoping to get out of Upwork? Good people, tell me in the chat. Kitso, Miss Model Arena, I don't know. That's your name. Web course, Lerato, Tay or Ta, Q, welcome. I know you're new here. Thank you very much for following the money. But what are you hoping to get from Upwork? What's your niche and what are you hoping to get? Maybe I can give you some niche advice. Web course says WordPress, PHP, Laravel, developer. Fabulastic. Okay, first of all, there is so much money for each and every one of those skills. Another thing that I would do if I were you, of course, is that I would encourage you to add platforms to your title on Upwork. Clients may not search for your name, may not necessarily search for WordPress because they don't know it's something that can be integrated into WordPress, but they will certainly search for instance, I know you probably use a much more complex system, but if it's WordPress, are you able to do Elementor integration so that the client can do things DIY without you, or do you specialize in done for you? So you might want to add Elementor or whatever tools you're familiar with to get your work done to your title. Any other niches? Let me know in the chat so we can see. We've got, oh, it's okay. It's okay, Faith. Welcome. Welcome. Um, Nicole says AI automation, hoping to start freelancing smartly on Upwork. Fantastic. So there's a lot of projects for people who do automation. In fact, our number one case study on Upwork is a fractional COO who happens to do automations using artificial intelligence, creating, a bunch of agents through Zapier and Make.com. So you're in the right place. We have studied at length your ICA. Lebuchan says SMM, built environment and real estate, craft great proposals to win a great client. Love to see it. Welcome. You're going to see how to craft great proposals and to win a great client. That's the other thing, is that good proposals are going to kind of be yucky for clients who are nightmare clients. So if you're a good client, you're most certainly going to be attracted to someone that has a really strong value proposition. We've got Garabo. Garabo, how's it going? Architecture, hoping to get projects mainly in commercial and residential. Oof. So I have worked in the past with a company that's based in Spain that did exactly that, did a lot of hyper-realistic architectural renderings, created CAD content, I don't know, videos as well as files for clients in industrial design. So if that's something that you're willing to add to your hat, industrial design is a huge niche on Upwork. Tay says general virtual assistant accounts while I work to move into data analytics. I wouldn't call myself a general virtual assistant. I would call you, based on the fact that you're okay with handling accounts, I would call you an EA, an executive assistant, and then you can add in skills like bookkeeper, or bypass all of that and add a software to your profile. You can add Sage, you can add QuickBooks. There's a lot of money there. You can also add in Excel, and you can mention that in your overview that you're training towards becoming a data analyst. So that's going to show that got it going on. We've got a content writer and a brand strategist. That easy. So you go from content writer to copywriter. Brand strategy is already a mega niche in and of itself. And so of course it's going to include things like content marketing, So you might want to put in your title all the tools, again, and the pieces of software or the platforms that you use to render your services. Then we have model. No, we have Kathy. Hi, Kathy. Virtual assistant, I need to increase my work scope. As a VA, I'm capped at $12 an hour now. No, you're not capped at anything, but you can start thinking about getting a certification in like make.com and getting another certification in like ClickUp or tools that you help your client to use in their business. Things like ClickUp, Trello, make.com, all of those things will essentially make it, and all of them don't require you to know how to use code or anything like that. But all of those tools will allow you to have access and tap into a better client roster, and you can either brand yourself as an EA or a fractional COO again. So yeah, don't worry about it. There's only up from here. Melissa, how are we doing? Let's see.
I'm here, all good. Back on the
Please go ahead and share your screen.
call.
Cindy says, I don't think I fit in the Upwork space. I need to be guided, but professionally. I do monitoring and evaluation of project. Girl, you are a project manager or a product owner. That is a very, so product ownership, project management is not, or Scrum Master is not really popular in tech, but product owner, get into it, get into your bag. Like that is where like the high paid freelancers reside. So you fit for sure. I was working with Lamisha on her one-on-one last night, and she realized that she has access to projects that are like $50,000, $182,000, all because she finally figured out what her segment is. She's figured out who her buyer types are. She's figured out her segment, so she knows her value proposition. She knows how to put things in her title on Upwork. So it's just up from here. Yay! So they are hiring 2 freelancers. This is a good thing. That means it increases your chance by 2x of getting hired for this project. And because you have neuro, like, girl, you're fine. So let's send the proposal. Are you ready? Apply now. Let's do it. So we're going way, way over time, but yeah, last night we had some technical difficulties, so I'm trying to make up for it. Cindy, girl, you're leaving money on the table. Okay, so great. Let's scroll down. And what you can do as well is you can say milestone and pricing to be determined after audit. That way the client understands that you're not going to negotiate against yourself. If they have a general budget that looks the way that it does, you are absolutely not going to negotiate against yourself. And how you do that is by not mentioning a number, but instead taking the entire budget. So milestone and costing to be determined after audit. Again, in this, you are also encouraging the client to reach out.
Gotcha.
Perfect. And then let's take their entire budget. It's up at the top. Once again, if you scroll up, you'll see their budget. No need to worry about due dates or anything like that. Let's keep going up. There's their budget, 50,000. Because if you say 2,000, thinking you're trying to be competitive, what if they say they have like multiple milestones, and to hire you, suddenly it's just $2,000 for you to do a whole bunch of copy editing or a whole bunch of copywriting. So they want someone long-term, I believe. So you can click on 1 to 3 months if you want to, or 3 to 6. It's always negotiable. They can extend the contract, especially because it's fixed. So now this is additional information. We can just use the regular Chat GPT for this. You don't need to use Neuro. But let's go and copy first the proposal. Now, guys, when we use attention to detail, please somebody grab the mic. When we use attention to detail, how do we answer this question? What is the first thing that we say when we answer this question? Members of the squad come through.
I have an answer for this one.
Anybody in the squad want to grab the mic?
Hello there or hi there.
Hi.
Isaac.
So, okay, let me give it a try. So, are we answering the question or are we answering the cover letter?
How do we answer the question? What is the very first thing we start with? Thank you, Chloe.
So, you would start with the greeting because the first thing that the client will see
Greeting
on
what?
their phone. Greeting the client. So,
Okay.
hi. Yeah,
Client
hi,
name.
Zach. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that from now on. Well done, Chloe. Please just remember, when it comes to your cover letters, I can tell you this for free. When it comes to your cover letters, this is what the client sees first. So if you want to, and this is something Alice does, you can greet here and you can greet here. But I just find it kind of redundant. Instead, I just greet here, my first line, and then I continue my wonderful value proposition, which ends up not even being wordy. If they're asking a lot of questions, Tato can attest to this, then you don't have to write a lot. You just need to also pay them back by asking questions too, because that's how you're going to get them to engage with you and respond to your requests. Okay, so now how do we handle this? You don't have to double greet, Liberty. You don't have to double greet. How do we handle this moving forward? We're going to go to ChatGPT. Yes, you run out of tokens, but we can do this with ChatGPT, regular, daily, schmegular. You don't need the paid version. So what I need you to do for me, Melissa, is go back to ChatGPT, and we're going to copy everything that Neuro has told you about this client.
Okay, here we go. Oh, I did it already. Sorry. It's here.
You're not sharing the screen with us again.
Really? I'm so sorry. Dang it.
It's okay. Take it easy on yourself. You're doing a marathon right now. Okay, so I had a one-on-one session. I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble, but let me just double check to make sure the squad member is still able to come through. Okay, so he's having a bit of connectivity problems. So we can carry on. He said he may not make it. Okay, so let's scroll down a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay, so what I'd like us to do together is to copy edit this, because this is friction I'm thrilled about all the way up until here. So let's get rid of that. And then, backspace, great. And then while your current copy may be performing, we're happy with that. Let's keep scrolling down. My experience is not, okay, let's just remove this. It is, what do we call it, guys, in the squad? It's not really, you can think of it as friction as well, but it's a bot tell. So whenever Neuro writes something, or even ChatGPT in general writes something and then gives you a colon and then explains the thing that they just wrote over there, that is how we know you used AI. So that is what's called a bot tell. So that's why we try to avoid even making run-on sentences, like sentences where it's clearly tautology, like it's redundant. You're using the same words over and over again. That's a bot tell. Okay, so this part here now, Annalisa was very right in saying friction, because there's no value here for the client. You're still going, trust me, bro. instead of proving your expertise. So I would get rid of it entirely because you don't want to do trust me, bro. Okay. Now, because we've already asked these questions, what if a deeper audience analysis could reveal how often do you analyze the performance of your copy and ensure it's hitting its full potential? Could refining your current creative strategy bring your brand the attention it truly deserves? Now, these are questions that are agitating. So what I would do is I would put dashes here instead of these numbers, and then I would number this list. Because obviously when they respond to you, they need to know what question they're answering. So that's just another way to make it easier for the client. Then this part here, I'd love to discuss how we can work together. I'm available for a session. All of this is just me, I. So I'd love to discuss how we can work together. Gotta go. I'm available for a session where we can brainstorm ideas. Okay, so this is actually fine now that we look at it in the context of what we're saying here. I'm available for a session where we can brainstorm ideas tailored to your goals. Additionally, I'm happy to offer a quick audit of your existing content to identify any areas for improvement. It would be great to slot you into my schedule and start unlocking the full potential of your brand's messaging. Yikes. This is a bot tell. So ChatGPT likes to add more sauce than is necessary. ChatGPT isn't yet aware of how to season things properly. And also this part, yikes. Looking forward to the opportunity. Best regards. We don't end like that in the squad. We don't end like that. So all of that is friction. So I'd love to how discuss yada yada yada. Let's highlight that backspace. Great. And then it would be great to slot you into my schedule. We're going to get rid of and start unlocking, because already unlocking, unleash, weaving, tapestry, all of those terms are bot tells. That's how we know you used AI. Then you can remove collaborate, this entire sentence, keep the comma, and keep Zach, and move them up here. So it would be great to slot you into my schedule, comma, Zach. Done. Let's get rid of the whole thing.
Oh, sorry. Which one?
Yeah, this whole looking forward to the opportunity right here.
Gotcha.
Okay, and perfect. Let's get rid of best regards, because that's not how we close off, but that is how ChatGPT would close off. We say something else. We're trying to keep things agitating. You can say something like, let me know what you think, right? And then you can say ellipsis or ... 3 dots. And then in the next line, you can say thank you, and then you're signing off, obviously, as Melissa. Okay, let's check if YouTube has any questions. No more questions. Everybody's just taking it in. Awesome. Thanks, guys. We are going into double time. I think let's make sure that we're feeding Neuro the right information. So let's add dashes to this instead of an unformatted. So don't use Google Documents formatting, because what's going to end up happening is when you paste it on Upwork, it's not going to show up. So let's remove the indentation.
My knowledge of Google Documents is very minimal, so guide me, please.
Okay, so let's just highlight the section.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is click here, I believe. Guys, I'm not leading her astray, right? And what you want to do is click there. Yep, we want to get rid of it. No, we want to completely get rid of it. We don't want any kind of bullet points or anything. We just want it to be regular text. So can you unclick this part right here?
Sorry.
Now you can put like actual dashes next to this. And then you can say backspace on your keyboard. Wait a minute, or else it won't show up. Again, you formatted it. So let's start exactly. Let's start. There it is. You did it there. So let's backspace here.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then, okay, great. There you go. And then one more dash. Perfect. Now you're going to put numbers next to the what, the how, and the could. Just put numbers there. You don't have to do that yet. We'll do it all in bulk at the end. Perfect. Now you can select it and we can put it all in bold. I mean, all in regular, unformatted. See if we have any questions on YouTube. Oluwayemisi says, I'm going live tomorrow to show you client side when you upload proposal. Okay. Okay, we've got some farmers in the comment section on YouTube. May the force be with you. I'm available for a session where we can brainstorm ideas tailored to your goals. Additionally, let's get rid of this. Let's elevate your copy because it is a bot tell. And if anybody uses that term, it means that they've watched me and they're my sons. So that's cool. Okay, perfect. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this information to regular, degular, schmegula, ChatGPT. And since there is another YouTube channel that you guys can apparently watch, YouTube, let me know if you guys are good with me ending the stream here or if we should continue. I'll wait for your word on it. Okay, so we're not going to use that yet, Melissa, but nice
Okay.
anticipation. It's okay. You're going to leave that there. It's totally fine. I would like you to scroll up to the top, and instead, we are going to start from the very beginning of the conversation with Neuro. So let's scroll up. Okay, not a new chat with Neuro. We want that old conversation we had with Neuro.
This one?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Let's have a look.
There you go.
Perfect. Perfection. Okay, so what I would like you to do is you can scroll up and we're going to copy information about this buyer type, and then we'll copy perfect. So you're going to just say to the regular ChatGPT, here is information about the project and the client's buyer type. So let's scroll down, click on the copy button, and we're good to go.
All the way at the bottom, right?
All the way at the bottom, and then we're going to get rid of this proposal and replace it with the proposal that we wrote.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Okay. Regular GPT.
Thank you, YouTube, for letting me know to continue. Ola Waye Sumisi. Good luck with that. We're continuing here. Okay, and then I'd like you to replace the cover letter that Neuro gave you with the one that we just wrote.
Sorry, the thingy is hovering on the tabs.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can move the meeting controls, by the way. You can move them.
Okay. Ready when you are.
Okay. So if you can,
Yep.
let's paste our actual, the one that you had inside your Google document. So we're going to replace the hi Zach, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, this is okay.
So let's highlight all of that. You can highlight it and start scrolling down because the cover letter is usually the final step that Neuro will give you anyway.
I think it removed it.
No, this is it. It
Oh,
removed the high Zach only. This whole thing here is the cover letter.
okay. The other content is not showing it.
It's okay. Can you highlight from here? Just under the 3 dashes.
Like that. Oh, sorry.
Okay, let's take a look. Is that the only thing that you said? Let's just double check this conversation. Can you take us through to ChatGPT's answer to you? Because I'm like, okay. Okay, so you're gonna say to ChatGPT, here's what I wrote instead. You're gonna say, thanks, here's what I wrote instead. And then let's go back to the document and paste again. Well done for knowing at least that you used Shift Enter. So that's good. Okay, we can send. Remember, enter means send. Okay, let's scroll down and just double check. Okay, that's fine. Now we're going to go back to Upwork and we're going to grab the questions that Zach asked you because that's the next part.
So, oh, it's got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all 5.
Okay, so yep, you're going to start. You're going to start with just one question.
Okay.
What I'd like you to do though, before you go paste it, is to say, hi, Zach, here. Because remember, the question is what the client sees first. And if you want to see how the client sees everything, because we have that in the squad, seeing things from the client's perspective, please go into the Get Viewed module and look at the very first 2 trainings. I show you how the client receives your proposal. I show you which part of the proposal matters, the first 3 lines. And if there's additional questions, the first 3 lines of the additional question. And the first 3 lines of the additional question, if there's additional questions, will be in bold. So you don't need to go watch a video tomorrow. You can just get the answer right here. Then I also show you how to see how clients sort and shortlist. So you will see how a client shortlists you and how a client basically helps you filter out whether or not you're actually speaking to your buyer type. So everything is still connected to psychology, right? And you won't get that from a screen share and you won't get that from a screen grab. So again, when you're taking advice for Upwork, make sure that the person who's giving the advice is either expert vetted or Upwork themselves ask that person to teach on how to use the platform and the best practices and why actually sharing your screen in public from the client's standpoint is a no-no. It goes against the terms of service. So maybe, just consider that. Okay, so let's copy this question now and go back to ChatGPT and you're going to say to ChatGPT, Zach is asking or Zach asks.
Sorry, say that again.
You can go to ChatGPT and say, Zach is asking, or you can say, Zach asks, and then paste your question.
And then enter.
Mhm.
not sure what's going on with my screen. Forgive me. Can you see it?
Yeah, we can see it. Okay. In my previous roles, I've developed compelling direct response. Now I want you to humanize it. So let's humanize it. Just tell ChatGPT, please humanize it, because nobody talks like that. Okay, so the other thing is, absolutely, I do have experience. I would get rid of this. It's friction, doesn't add any value. In past projects I've worked on, crafting copy that's designed to grab attention and drive immediate action, whether it's a compelling sales letter, persuasive call to action, my focus. Here's what you're going to do. Absolutely. In past projects I've worked on, yeah, it doesn't really, this part here is still friction. So we're not going to copy it. You can start with just an absolutely, whether it's. So let's go back to, no, you can go directly to Upwork for that. You don't have to paste anything here. So let's go directly to Upwork. I want you to get comfortable with copy editing directly on Upwork. You don't need a separate document.
Okay.
Okay, while Melissa's getting sorted out, any questions, let me know. If you want to ask questions about what things look like from the client side, please feel free. And thanks for sticking around. This is a doozy. Hato, are you cool? Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry if I'm too quiet. Just a little bit busy, but I'm cool. I'm listening to everything.
Okay, awesome. Guys, let me know. Is everyone still here with me? What is the last thing that I said? If you're still here with me. I feel like I should have elevator music now. Mhm. Can you show us your Upwork? We can't see anything yet. Kamukhelo says, I'm here
I'm
still trying to
scrolling.
figure out how I would need to navigate editing the ChatGPT responses. You can edit them. If it's something to do with the project, you can edit them directly on Upwork. But if it's something to do with figuring out your buyer type, then you can go ahead and put everything that you find on Google Documents. And Faith, I think you have a one-on-one scheduled with me. So we're going to really, really do this and dial into this information on a one-on-one basis. So don't worry about it. Everything will make sense in the end. But right now, I'm just glad you're here. Oh, you say, but I'm here though, enjoying this session. Thank you. Let's see if YouTube has any questions for us. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad you feel so. So web course says nice content. There are a lot of nuggets here. Very good. Kitso says multitasking. Web course says, have you ever learned skills on the job on Upwork? Yes. So if you join our free group on Facebook, I don't like Facebook, but this has really good stuff. And you click on the guides section or learning content if you want to use the full URL. If you click on that, you will see under time management and how to make sure that you get your work done. I do explain to you guys how I learn on the job. So every single skill I've learned so far, I was fortunate enough to learn on the job. Every single new skill that I add is a feather to my hat. I've been fortunate enough that it was very uncomfortable. I actually had someone say some very unkind things to me, but I was learning on the job. So I didn't even care. I didn't really care because I knew what I was doing. And the client ended up being very happy with the work. So let that fear go. Everybody's actually learning. Nobody knows everything. It's just not possible to know everything. Kitumitsu says, very engaging. No questions so far. You're walking us through it quite well. Thank you. Ah, thank you, Kitumitsu. I like your name. Okay, so we're back. Absolutely. In past projects, I've done crafting copy that's designed to grab attention, whether it's a compelling case study, a sales letter. Yep, that's true. Or a persuasive call to action. My focus has always been on creating messages that not only engage, but also convert. I'd be happy to share some specific examples. Let's remove this. It's a bot tell, specifically because of the dive into. Yikes. Let's remove that. Hey, we're letting my good friend, my sister, Liberty back in. Melissa, can you get rid of this entire line here? I'd be happy to, because it doesn't add any value to the conversation. It's friction. Just remember that it's friction. Provide a link to your favorite web page copy that you wrote. This is interesting. Are you able to?
That's if it's still there.
Yeah, sure. But the other thing I was going to say to you, if you can't find a link, that becomes what we call inside the squad, the elephant in the room. And
Okay.
so what happens with elephants, if they're in the room, you can't just be like, no big deal, whatever. There's an elephant in the room. It's an elephant. Why is it inside the house? Like, did it just poop? Did the elephant just poop? Does the elephant have rabies? I don't know. Clearly I know nothing about elephants, but like, obviously you're going to have questions about the elephant in the room. So you want to address it immediately. So if you don't have a link, you can let the client know, obviously, because you work with a business, like you work in corporate, you're not at liberty to disclose some of that information. And also remember, Upwork, when it comes to client projects, has an implicit NDA. Go into your terms of service. See, this is why it's important to talk to an expert vetted person about Upwork. Go into your terms of service and you'll see that Upwork, for every single active contract, there is an implicit non-disclosure agreement. So again, if you don't have a link, no, don't go into them now. We're busy with a proposal. Oh my gosh.
sorry.
Girl, no. So let's go back to the additional questions. She's like, bet I'm going to figure out the questions right now.
Oh no, did I really? Sorry.
You better not hit refresh. You lose everything when you hit refresh.
That was not the point. Oh no. Okay, I'll be able to get it back. Sorry. Thankfully.
Oh, cool. Okay, fantastic. So if you've just joined Upwork and you're trying to get work as a virtual assistant or something of the sort, my recommendation is that you go and do a generic search for virtual assistant and then set your dream rate, as in the rate that you'd like to charge. Let me just double check your name so I don't get it wrong. So Sarojini, I think that's how we say a name. I hope I said it right. So you want to figure out what your dream rate is, Sarojini. And then once you figured that out, see what it is that your client is looking for. That is now your new title. That is now your new niche. So just as a general virtual assistant, you're going to be fighting for the lower end, lower tier clients. But as you say, virtual assistant, and then you add in platforms and things like that, or you add in words that your actual ideal client is using, you'll start to see that the rate will match the title, and it'll be just so much more seamless for you to submit proposals. So don't worry. There are tons of videos for you to understand, how the process works, and just feel free to specialize. Specializing is where the money resides. If you're a generalist, you're typically not going to get a lot of good clients, good quality clients, because you don't have an area of focus. So something that I always advise people to do, find an area of focus, or if you're not sure what that could look like, see what the market is saying. So just type in virtual assistant on Upwork and then toggle up. Typically here on the channel, we say anything more than $25 an hour. No matter what your niche is, no matter what your industry is, $25 up. And then fixed, let's try for at least $1,000 for short-term work. So you can literally even set those filters on Upwork. So you get short-term projects for like $1,000. I hope that helps, Sarojini. Let's take a look. Okay, so we've got the first answer. Now let's go ahead and copy the question once again, Melissa, so that we can grab the second answer. And you don't have to greet in the second answer.
Noted. Okay. Go. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Everybody, you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
We see your Upwork screen, by the way, not your ChatGPT
Yes, I
screen.
can.
Okay. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I can see it.
You can now?
Awesome. Thanks, guys. We see your Upwork screen, not your ChatGPT.
Why is it so naughty? I don't know what's going on. Okay, let me start it from scratch again.
I'm stamping this is going to be so much fun.
There
But
we
it's
go.
okay.
GPT screen.
Nice. Thank you. Okay. You can press enter. Okay, so remember, there's the link. If you don't have the link, it's the elephant in the room, and you can go back and edit your link and just let the client know that unfortunately, I cannot share any links with you as I am bound by an NDA. So you can go scroll back up to ChatGPT and let ChatGPT write it in a slick way for you. But basically, you're just going to let this client know, provide a link. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll. Okay, I provide a link. We're going to edit it and we're going to say, unfortunately, I can't share a link. So enter, you can press on enter now without pressing shift. It's not going to go anywhere. So you can press enter on your keyboard just before, unfortunately.
Oh,
There you go.
next
So
dash.
give me 3 dashes and then we can write unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, enter, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I'm not able to share that information. As I am bound by an NDA. However, I am more than willing to offer an audit can say a free audit, a complimentary audit, whatever it is, but this is how you get around that. Again, this is another opportunity for you to demonstrate your expertise. It's a good thing. Okay, brilliant. Unfortunately, I can't share specific examples. Let me know if that sounds good to you. If there's a way I can show another way I can showcase my skills. There we go. And also, if you're new to the platform and you don't have anything in your portfolio as yet, this is another way we address the elephant in the room. You guys are getting the paid squad for free 99 right now. I'm just saying. Whenever you're confused, come back to this video. Okay, let's scroll down. And how long will a first draft take you? Okay, so this is a trick question. Good copywriters know that good copy needs to sit for 24 hours. Anything less than that is a draft. Anything less than 24 hours is a draft, no matter how expert they are. So this is a trick question that you always want to remember. So if anyone tells you, that's what you're going to say. If anyone tells you, okay, so here's what you need to write.
The whole copy, right?
Mhm.
Okay, done.
Okay, so that's the second part of your answer to that question. It's in the chat. You can copy it and paste it on the screen. This part here is completely, I think, in my opinion, subjective. For the current zeitgeist, I would say
You were saying something?
okay, yep, it's in the
Oh,
chat.
oh,
You
sorry.
can obviously change it to somebody else, but in the current zeitgeist, I've been inspired by Dan Coe. He has a huge YouTube channel. So if you want to learn more about copywriting in a practical way, freelancing as a copywriter, and also he makes like $3 million a year just from his email list. Crazy, I
Yes.
know, but yeah. So, and he doesn't have any like people that work with him or anything like that, which is something that I'm trying to impress on you, that you don't need to start an agency on Upwork to become a millionaire. Really don't have to. You can still do this as a solopreneur. So Dan Coe is a copywriter who makes millions per annum, multi-millions, and he gets to keep about 95 to 98% of the profits because he has very minimal overheads. But it starts with value. That's the thing that you can add in. It starts with value. If you can give free value, you don't have to type everything I'm saying though. I think that would be a little difficult for you. But if you can give free value to your ideal client, it's that much easier for them to take your advice. If I'm giving something that other people would make you wait a day and a half to learn, or if I'm giving away something that people want you to buy a course for, it kind of makes sense. Like, okay, if I'm giving this away for free, then what are you paying for it? A whole lot more, a lot more of what people would actually charge you money for, or maybe not even think to provide. So free value is how you pretty much get to sort the good from the bad. Okay. Let's see. Sarojini, Kito, web course, Kitu Mensi. Kay or Ta, Model Arena, Kathy, any questions or any comments? Something that you've always wanted to ask about Upwork, but just never thought you'd get the opportunity to ask.
Mm.
Okay, Melissa, I gave you an explanation in the chat, so you can grab that. Describe your recent experience with similar projects will be the very next question. Now you have an option. You can give that to ChatGPT, or you can try to figure it out on your own. So our next live is going to be next week, Monday. Next week, I'm actually looking forward to seeing what other questions we can answer. Perhaps if you guys can make a suggestion, that would be cool. If you don't know how to get to a live, please click on the link that I've just popped inside the chat on YouTube. You'll be able to ask your questions during our live for next week. You can also ask your questions right now. Sisha says, I have questions and I've done a little bit of work on Upwork, however, in a much different industry. Yes, please ask away. Kitso, the link to join us live on Zoom is right there. And it will, if you click on that, the button inside, the purple button, it will automatically add the sessions to your Google Calendar. But if it doesn't, all you need to do is scroll to the bottom of the calendar and click on the plus button that shows up. Then it'll automatically add itself to your calendar, and it will, depending, no matter what your time zone is, it will automatically make sure that you don't miss the 8 p.m. live. Sile, please let us know. What is your question so we can answer it? Okay, so now, Melissa, describe your recent experience with similar projects. Let's go for it. We're going to take this to ChatGPT, unless you want to describe.
At this hour, we can use the bot.
Okay, let's go ahead and ask ChatGPT to hook us up. This is good. Hold on, this might be even better actually, because here we include a brief overview. So this might be the better one. Yep.
Okay.
And then we can just, for one of my clients, instead of saying, we're not copying best Melissa,
Sorry.
just the result.
Okay, so recently.
Recently, all the way to the results. So direct response copywriting. We are so close to sending this proposal. And it's only taken us, what, 20 minutes since we started at, what time did we start? I can't remember.
It's been 2 hours.
Okay, recently I worked at, yeah, girl, we didn't start the proposal 2 hours ago. Did other things. Recently, and now we know your buyer type is methodical. Hello. So note that somewhere, put it on a post-it and stick it somewhere. Like, now you know methodical buyers are your people. So now you know how to tailor your profile to fit the type of buyer that you want, because you know how to agitate them, you know what to tell them, you know what tools to say that you use so that you can add them to your title, you know how to set yourself apart, and you know how to speak to ChatGPT. If you don't have Neuro, you're just going to be like, my ideal buyer type is methodical. What is this buyer type that I'm looking at? And I think it looks like your ChatGPT allows you to upload things. Am I wrong? Am I imagining things? Let's take a look and then we'll copy edit this answer. Can you click on ChatGPT here?
I've got two. So yeah, this one allows
Yeah,
me.
it allows you, okay, so then you can give it a screenshot. Oh no, it's telling you to upgrade. Doggone it. Well, you're just gonna copy everything you see on your screen. Control A, Control C, and then come here, Control V, and then done. And it will figure it out.
What do I
And you can
put?
just ask it. You can ask it, what is this buyer type? Typically, my buyer type is methodical. Ah, Cindy is back in the house. Let's see, what kind of questions do we have here? Kathy says top 3 skills needed for earning $25 and above. Any skill. Any skill, you can earn $25 and above as an executive assistant instead of just a general virtual assistant. You can make way more than even $100 an hour as a fractional COO. It's up to you. Your journey as an assistant is totally up to you based on you running a search. Go on Upwork, set your limit to $25 minimum, and then type in assistant, not virtual, nothing like that, just assistant, and see the types of projects that are showing up over and over and over again for that type of price range. And that is how you determine. You don't need any other skill. You really don't. Right now, the top 3 and the first and the second and the third skill is being able to do prompt engineering. Knowing how to work with generative artificial intelligence is like a huge leg up on people who are still using muscle. Of course, as I have a client on Upwork which wants me to create mockups for something I don't even know, but can learn because I couldn't supply examples of recent work. Should I learn this fast or should I wait, excuse me, for a contract offer? You can create mockups that they cannot use. Okay, so that's my advice to anyone that's on YouTube. Create mockups, but for something completely unrelated. So if they're a bakery that sells cakes, rather create mockups for a pizzeria. It shows that you know how to create mockups in an industry that involves food, but it's something that they can't use as a bakery because a bunch of different pizzas. Does that make sense? Let me know. Okay. What are we looking at, Melissa? We see what is this buyer type on ChatGPT, and that's not, that ain't it, boo.
So sorry. Where was I supposed to place? Sorry, my mind is a bit wonky.
I know it's very late where you are. Tato, please come back to the fold.
I'm a bit sorry about that.
It's okay. Okay, so Melissa,
Yes.
why are we here?
Not supposed to be here. This is the last thing you mentioned. I must copy the text.
Okay, let's go back to where we were then, which is Upwork, I think.
Okay, let's go back to Upwork.
Oh, Summer says you forgot to Control V. Control V, what, Summer?
So Control V back again at ChatGPT, right? This is all the information I control.
Well, no, ma'am. You don't have to Control V that. Let's go copy edit the answer that you gave Zach and send this proposal. I think there's too much going on right now.
Let's do this.
Copy edit on Upwork, not here.
You said response number 1, right?
On Upwork, let's go to Upwork. Yes, it was response number 1. I think you pasted it already on Upwork. I think I saw.
Oh, yes, I have.
But the
Yes, I have. Okay. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna copy edit this. Recently, I worked on a project for it. What you're gonna say is for a previous client instead of client name, because that's about tell. This project involved analyzing the existing content, understanding the target audience in depth, and crafting new copy that better aligned with their needs and motivations. So let's remove this gap. And then I'm going to show you guys what I mean by but tells. Okay, audience research. We are going to delete this. You're going to put a number 1 next to conducting. The reason why we backspace on that part is because no human being will say audience research : and then explain. We go directly into the explanation. The only time that you do this kind of a format is when you're writing essays or you're something formal. We don't do that around here. Especially when you start a message with hi, it's already implying semi-formal, not super formal. So you're going to get rid of this and you're going to get rid of this. And then you will create a gap here. Okay, and replace that with a number. Excellent. Testing and optimization. I'm going to get rid of that. Perfect. Okay, let's scroll down. We don't have anything in our portfolio, but we do have a suggestion for the client. Unless you do have things in your portfolio, who's to say? Okay, you don't have, okay, your profile is new. All right, let's close that. And we're gonna just send this one proposal because I want you to be comfortable. Let's refresh this again. 36 minutes is how long it took us. Don't let nobody make you feel away. So we're going to click on this now button. Do you see this now button? Please click on it so we can see how many people are we competing against. And remember, this client wants to hire 2 people. So the fact that there's only 2 people that you're competing for, the top. So remember, when you get to send your proposal on the client side, what the client will see at the very tippity top is top rated. Not top rated people, excuse me, people who boosted because they paid for that spot. But here's something a lot of people don't know. If you boost, it is considered an ad. If you set your availability, it's considered an ad. So all of those things could really, really actually hurt your analytics. You must know your stats. And also we have a video on YouTube that explains what the stats mean and how to analyze them and how to use the stats to help you improve how you show up on Upwork. But these 2 boosted people are going to show up right at the top. And if the client is super active looking at their project, then that's a good thing because it means only 2 people are at the top. The next round of people that are going to show up are the people who are best matches based on skills and expertise, which is why it's so important when you put together your profile, you have to use the skills and expertise that the clients are actually looking for and not what you think you want to do. It's not about you. Remember that. Anything that's about you is friction. So then after best match, we have people who regularly submitted proposals. And so the slots for page 1, they go by super duper fast. So the number 1 thing I want you to consider when you're sending proposals is speed. Speed is your best friend. Do not take an hour to analyze and overanalyze. That's why we don't want you to copy edit on a separate document. Copy edit right there within Upwork so that you can see whether the tone matches exactly what the client is looking for. Right? So we don't want you to overthink. That's another thing. Leave the overthinking for when you're doing your quick L and your magic L. Once you're in here, game on, okay? Because you're racing against time. You don't want it to be yesterday / an hour ago, like yike, right? We don't want that to happen. You see that? And also, you can decide if you see that all these 4 slots are taken and it's something bigger than 10 connects and you don't want to spend a huge amount of connects, you can abandon ship. So you can also know when to like deuces, but this is still viable because they haven't hired anyone in 2 days. That's like I said, I swear it's a number 2. So are we ready? Let's scroll up and just double check that we wrote the cover letter. We did answer all the questions. Boom. Look at that. No cover letter. So let's go back to your Google document. This is why it's so important to copy edit here. Imagine you did everything perfectly, but you didn't include a cover letter. I think Upwork won't let you send your proposal without a cover letter. I'm not sure. Now, Kitsu says 32. No. There's two options. 32 is to join the squad. Free is to just join the session next week. So there's two different options. Select on free if you're not sure yet and you want to still show up to these sessions to see what it's about. You'll get a lot of value still, I believe, from the free sessions. But if you want to like obviously speed it up, then yeah, you can join the squad, but you don't have to. It's not compulsory. You're not going to lose out on any money if you don't join the squad. We are so ready to send this proposal, Melissa. If you could just highlight. Let's get rid of this spotting missed opportunities. It's a bot tell. Now, not every single piece of copy that has colons is a bot tell. It's more about, does this add value to what's coming up next? Not really. Nobody puts headlines in their cover letter. It's a conversation. Okay, let's scroll down. Mhm.
I think this is what we have already.
Okay, so I would like you to highlight all of it and then Control C so we can get back on Upwork and make some money.
Right. Highlight which one?
I'm gonna highlight from here all the way up. There we go. I'm starting to get a fancy pants headache. Oof. Control V. Let's see what comes out. Girl.
What happened?
Let's go back and highlight everything.
Gotcha.
It's okay. Oh, you're like having to sift through two different tabs, everything all the way up to the top.
Yeah, I'm not even sure. Okay.
You don't need to, well, you can greet twice if you want to. There's nothing really stopping you from greeting twice.
Isn't it repetitive?
I never greet twice, put it that way. But it hasn't stopped other freelancers from winning. Girl, you better include your name.
Okay. Oh, Lord.
I know it's late. It's late for me too. My brain has decided that it's only going to function at like 75% now. So you're getting 75%. And I'm sure I'm getting like 20% from you. It's okay.
It's not today life, but it's all Gucci. Okay. All right.
Hey. Huh? Oh, my bad.
Oh, I remember this one. We edited it and removed the.
Okay, so let's quickly, perfect. Let's scroll up some more. Let's remove this gap. Obviously, it's going to be a little weird. Start your project right at the top. Okay, while your current copy may be performing, I can't help but wonder, are you sure it's performing at its absolute peak? Okay, let's scroll down. For instance, before we scroll down, for instance, right here should move here. Because if I'm saying, for instance, what am I announcing? Like, great. And then we want to remove the space so that the client, when they read it, when they skim, they know that that's what you mean. Oh, for instance, dash number 1. Okay, let's make this bigger by dragging down. So do you see this part here, the square? You want to drag that square down. There you go. Okay, there we go. For instance, in a competitive market, even a strong copy can become invisible without distinct creative angle. The right blend of creativity and strategy is key to standing out. I feel like, yeah, we need this because we have two questions. We want to break them apart, but we didn't. Yeah, it would be awesome if we could get rid of this line because it's not really valuable, but we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it because it's there to serve a purpose. It's breaking up the cadence. We're going to keep it. Do not delete. Control Z, please. Perfect. Okay. So questions to consider. We're good. I'm available for a session. Nice. It would be great to slot you into my schedule, Zach. Let me know what you think. Perfect. Okay, we have a 100% complete. Upwork does have its own version of AI, but I never need it. I never need it, and many of you probably don't need it either. And then scroll down. And if he asks about this, it's just the elephant in the room. Let's send for 19 connects if you're comfortable with that.
Fine, I topped up.
Okay. Hold on. We need to determine how long it's going to take us to get the work done.
Oh, yes.
And remember, you have to set the budget again because you accidentally refreshed the page.
Yes.
I swear, guys, please, thank you for being patient. We are at the finish line. We're just going to do a post-mortem at the end. So if you don't want to stick around, that's okay. You don't have to. But we are literally sending the proposal now.
Okay, I forgot the last bit.
Let me double check.
Milestone and cost to be determined
Milestone by audit.
by audit.
So let's make this cost part a regular C because it's not a proper noun. It's just a regular noun. Cost. So you can make it a lowercase c, not a capital. There we go. Milestones, plural, more than one. Do not set a due date, just milestones the client will tell you about deadlines and things of that nature. So let's keep going. And here, value can't be empty. I don't think it's going to take you longer than a month. It's going to be way less than a month. This part here, duration. Less than a month is good. And then the client themselves can determine whether or not they want to extend the contract. Okay. Feeling good? We've handled all possible objections. Okay. Feel free to send when you're ready. Remember, you release this now. It's no longer something for you to worry about. You're letting it go. Gamakalo says, I'm blindly following y'all and I'm not going anywhere until you're done. Thank you. For now, you'll eventually see the vision. Don't worry. Okay, YouTube. Now that we're wrapping up, any questions besides 32? Gizo, could you expand on that 32? Because I'm confused. I thought you were asking about 32 versus the free button. But that was just me answering my own question. If that's it, YouTube, I'll let you guys go. The squad and I, right here on Zoom, are going to go ahead and answer some questions and do a post-mortem on this session. Congratulations, Melissa. You've just sent your very first proposal. I'm so excited for you. We are going to go back during your one-on-one, and we're going to analyze certain information and really optimize your profile and your portfolio so that you no longer have elephants in the room. You can feel confident when you submit your proposal. But well done. You did it.
Thank
You
you.
did it. Bye, YouTube. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Congratulations and bye, everyone.